Welcome to the You Matter Stories episode number 7. Today we're going to be covering the idea of going beyond the first question, the question beyond the question. And what I mean by that is that generally when a person comes into the hub, we ask them, what brought you in today? What was the reason that you walked through the door and have decided to potentially invest in a membership here, and more specifically in yourself? The first story that comes up is a story about a man named James. He came in and, James had been a member for quite some time. And I just engaged him one day, kind of asked him what his goals were looking like and if there's anything I could do to help him along his journey. And he said, man, I really want to bench press 315 pounds. Over the last, couple of decades doing this, for men, that is a common goal, right? We want to test our strength. We want to see where we're at. But what I've come to understand is that while these goals are reasonable and they're pretty cool to meet, right? They don't really do much for the overall quality of our life. And here at the Hub Gym, that's what's very important, right? We do not want to just make superficial changes to our physical body that don't actually inform what's going on inside and more specifically get clarity for us as it pertains to our life in general. So when James said that, I said, so James, tell me, how would that influence your life outside of the gym? What is bench pressing 315 pounds going to do to improve the overall quality of your life? And what I noticed when asking that question is that his eyes started to well up. And in a gym, for a guy to get emotional, that's pretty interesting, right? So I said, what's behind the emotion that I'm seeing? And he said, man, really what I want is to become a dad, a good role model for my sons, and more specifically, a husband that my wife is really proud of. And I understand that because I'm a dad, right? I have 3 kiddos, and I know what it's like to be oriented towards superficial goals, and what it also looks like to start making investments towards being that father, being that husband that really matters. And so, as always, we try to end these videos with a question so that you might contemplate how this makes sense for your life. And so the question would be, what goal in your life might be pointing you towards a deeper desire, right? We know that we have desire in our life, but maybe we can go a bit deeper beyond that desire by asking more specific questions. So for you, what desire in your life is calling to you right now? And how might we deepen our understanding of what that desire might mean? Remember, you do matter. Please leave your comments and let's continue this conversation. Peace.